Okay, so we have the first question, and now we are starting the previous year questions of complex number, right? So let's see what is the first question. A value of theta for which 2 plus 3i sin theta divided by 1 minus 2i sin theta is purely imaginary, right? So we have to find that for what value of theta this part 2 plus 3i sin theta divided by 1 minus 2i sin theta is purely imaginary. Let's see what we can do in this problem. So first we'll write this thing. 2 plus 3i sin theta divided by 1 minus 2i sin theta, and we will do the rationalization, right? How to do the rationalization? By changing the sign of the denominator and multiplying it in the numerator and denominator both. So 1 plus 2i sin theta divided by 1 plus 2i sin theta. Now there is one thing to notice. What is the thing to notice? And what we can notice from here is, they are saying it is purely imaginary. If it is purely imaginary, it means what? It means that the real part is equal to 0. If the real part is equal to 0, so we will only multiply those terms which are giving the product as real part, and then we will equate it to 0. For example, if I multiply this 2 with 1, it is giving the real part, right? It is giving real, right? So we will multiply that, but we will not multiply something like 2 and multiply it with 2i sin theta, because this will become what? 4i sin theta, which is obviously an imaginary. So I am only multiplying those parts which are giving the product as real. So first thing, it will become what? 2 multiplied by 1, it will become 2, and then this, when I multiply with this, it will become imaginary, so no need of multiplication. 3i sin theta multiplied by 1, no need of multiplication. But now when you will multiply here, no, 3 into 2, 6, and I into I, that is I square. I square is, we know the value of I square, that is minus 1. So basically this will become minus 6 sin square theta, and that is equal to 0. And why I am not multiplying the denominator? The reason for not multiplying the denominator is, even there is something in the product in the denominator, when it will go on this side, the right hand side, it will automatically become 0. So there is no need of doing that. Now we will only simplify that. If we will simplify that, this will become 2 is equal to 6 sin square theta, or I can write sin square theta is equal to 2 by 6, or I can write it as sin square theta is equal to 1 by 3, correct? Which means sin theta is equal to plus or minus root 3, right? Sin theta will become equal to 1 by root 3, and theta will become equal to what? Sin inverse 1 by root 3. That will become what? Sin inverse root 3. So the answer in this case will become what? Option number C. Sin theta will become 1 by root 3, and theta will become sin inverse 1 by root 3. So answer in this case will become what? Theta is equal to sin inverse 1 by root 3. Correct? So this was your first problem on the complex number. This is one of the most repeated type. And now we'll move to question number 2. Write it down, and then I will move to question number 2. Okay, now I am writing the question number 2. Let's see what is the question number 2. This question is also of this similar type. Let A is equal to, A is a set where theta belongs to pi by 2 to, minus pi by 2 to pi, such that such that 3 plus 2i sin theta Okay. So can we move to the problem number 3rd? We'll move to problem number 3rd. Let's see what is the problem number 3rd. Let A theta belongs to 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi, 1 plus 2i sin theta, so that 1 plus 2i sin theta divided by 1 minus I sin theta, 1 minus I sin theta is purely imaginary, is purely imaginary, correct? Is purely imaginary. The sum of the elements of A is again the same type of question, and this problem is from the year 2023. Then sum of elements in A is correct. Options are 3 pi, 4 pi, pi, and D option is 2 pi, correct? And this is from the year 2023. I am writing the year here. This is from the year 2023. Let's see, we'll solve it in the similar manner. Let's see how we can solve. First of all, we'll write that 1 plus 2, and see from here, no, 0 to 2 pi. Theta belongs to 0 to 2 pi. So we'll take care of this type, 0 to 2 pi. First of all, we'll write 1 plus 2i sin theta divided by 1 minus I sin theta multiplied by, again rationalization, 1 plus I sin theta divided by 1 plus I sin theta. Is it okay? Only multiply the real part. 1 and not multiply things. Okay, 2, 4. Is it 2 or 2? Okay, so this will become what? 2 sine square theta. 1 will be multiplied by 1, it will become 1, and this I sin theta I am not writing, 2i sin theta I am not writing. When 2 will be multiplied with 2i sin theta will be multiplied by I sin theta, so this will become minus 2 sine square theta, and bottom part as we don't multiply, so that only will equate to 0. Now this can be written as what? 2 sine square theta is equal to 1, and that gives us sine square theta is equal to 1 by 2, or we can write sine theta is equal to plus minus 1 by root 2. Now from 0 to pi only we have to go like this, 0 to pi. What are the values of theta where we will get either 0 to pi, correct? No? 0 to pi, no, it is 0 to 2 pi. So we'll go from 0 to 2 pi. So 0 to 2 pi, how many values we will get? Sine 45 we know, no? That is pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4, and 7 pi by 4. Correct? So these are the values of theta I will get. Theta will be equal to pi by 4 plus 3 pi by 4 plus 5 pi by 4 and plus 7 pi by 4. Is it okay? Now they are asking what? They are asking the sum of the element. Okay, so we have to add all this thing, no? So 7, 5, 12, 3, 15, 1, 16, 4. Finally answer will come 4 pi.